Good afternoon, fellas. Frankie Day here. Okay, guys, for this gorgeous overcast sunny Tuesday afternoon, this is going to be online build number 2 for the new Airfix 1/72 scale Avro Shackleton Mark II model, the early Mark II that is. And of course, we was taking off the last video. We had the flight deck compartment all assembled and everything, and left off was that. Well, since that video was been uploaded, fellas, I kind of cheated a little bit offline. I went ahead and finished priming the model itself. I primed both insides of the fuselage, and I primed the flight deck interior compartment by itself. I got that primed. Well, let that dry. I went ahead and painted everything, fellas. I even added a wash. I'll discuss it as we go to the video here. Anyway, that's as far as I got. So today, on this video, online build, we're going to do is button up the fuselage and build a few sub-assemblies and call it that, and we'll go to another group, to another online build, which is my Globemaster. I'll probably have that going tonight, this evening sometime maybe, if I feel up to it. But anyway, we want to concentrate this build right here. This Avro Shackleton is really calling on me pretty good. I'm having so much fun building this thing. Okay, guys, enough chatter right now. We're going to swing over and take a look at look what I got at the hobby shop, the paints I got, and we'll go and take a look at the finished painting of the interior of the fuselage before you button it up. This is called the last peek before it's closed up. Once it's closed, you can see nothing in there. Okay, guys, we're going to zoom in a little bit for here. Okay, guys, the call-out instructions calls for these paints right here. Now, Mr. Bob Busking commented on my on the video number 1 of the online build. He sent me a link of the Humber reference call-outs charts. So I went and clicked on that link, and it brought me up all these Humber colors. I was very happy about that. And when I did, I clicked onto my favorites and added onto my favorites on my computer. That way, if I have a doubt to know what color it is, I can always go back to that and find out what it is. So these colors I was pretty stupid of. Only 2 colors I know by Humber, which I got pretty well memorized, is black, 85 cold black, and matte black is 33. That's the only 2 numbers I know in the Humber system. Now, I'm not too used to this Humber system, fellas. They call the Humber system on the Airfix instructions right here, but don't indicate the color. So I surmise that they assume that you know the color. So if you're in doubt, I highly recommend going to the Humber reference charts. Right there, they'll tell you exactly what color is what and what is be needed. Then you go to your hobby shop. My hobby dealer I go to now is just recently stocked up with these Humber 10s. And I'm very, very happy and glad and thrilled that these 10s are back in production again. They were a stray for a long, long time, but very popular back in the 60s and 70s. But there's one thing about Humber paints, fellas. They changed the formula in it, I can tell. Something about the mixing of the paint. You got to mix it, because all Humbers have a lot of pigment in it. You got to mix them very, very well before you add them to your paint cup or paint jar and add your thinner. So I think the best using turpentine is probably about the best thinner to use on these right here. So I went ahead and experimented by using mineral spirits. So I went ahead and used regular mineral spirits that I've always used, and because mineral spirits probably has something to do with the finishing of the color. So I tried some turpentine, and it works real well, real well. So that is that. These are the collection of paints that go on the kit. They call for a 34 matte satin white, which looks like the shade of camouflage gray of Model Master or Packer paints, which are no longer in production. And there's some kind of a gray paint. I don't know what it is. It's matte, all matte surface. Is number 64. And I got this linen color here, which is excellent for fabric of World War I aircraft. This is number 74 of the Humber line, matte. I got 133 right here, which is satin brown. And of course 85 coal black, which was the interior color I used on the Shackleton. And right here is cockpit or interior green, which is number 76 or 78 matte right here. And right here is some kind of a dark gray, almost like an R&LM gray, which is 246, which calls for the color of the bus panels. That concludes all the paints. Now we're going to go to the build, how much I got the painting on it that I have done on it before we button up the fuselage. Okay guys, we'll zoom this out a little bit. Refocus this camera a little bit here. Okay guys, we'll bring in the camera, show you how much the painting I've done on this so far. As you can see, fellas, right there I've got all the interior colors painted in the kit itself. I've got all the bus panels painted, and I gave it a wash, as you can see right here, fellas. If we go forward a little bit, you can see the wash effect I put in here, in the action compartment. So all this wonderful work is not going to be seen once it's buttoned up. That's a shame right there, fellas. Unless you want to cut a hole out your fuselage, you can take a look at the stuff and outline it with red. The cockpit is all coal black right here, and I gave it a little smattering of weathering on it. Gave it a wash and some dry brushing of using aluminum, and a little bit of black wash I use on it to bring out the wash on it. Seats all been got all the seats all painted right there. Look at the bottom of the air platform. It's all been airbrushed coal black 85 and slight weathering with a little bit of aluminum to bring out the details. Right here is the starboard side of the fuselage, and you can see the weathering I've done on this. And once it fits in, you ain't gonna see it. I think I'm about leaving this door open, fellas. It's optional. It shows on the instruction sheets. The doors of the Shackleton, they open from the inside and they close out this way. So I don't know, I'm debating I could take that door and glue it from the inside to simulate the door itself, in case you want to look at it at an angle like this. But or just leave it off and add the ladder. I was thinking about just go ahead and leave it off and add the ladder to it. That way, when your fuselage is buttoned up, you can see some detail. Be mostly in this area right here you'll be seeing when that door is open, fellas. Be this area right here you'll be seeing once this thing is buttoned up. Okay, guys, I dry fitted the fuselage halves together, and they go together real well, no problems. That's good enough right there, fellas. I don't want to get too close because I get out of view of the construction and all you guys be staring at is this right here. Okay, gentlemen, the mission right now is to go ahead and button up this fuselage. Now these spars right here, they slide right through the opening. They go in real nice, fellas. A nice, snug, easy fit. They fit quite well, very, very well. No fuss, no muss. It goes in very, very well. Now, before we close up the fuselage, we've got to show you something here. Right here, I've got the instrument panel. That's all been, the decal is on it, and we can zoom in a little close on that, fellas, so you can see that. I don't want you guys to miss nothing on this. You can see the decal on there, and there's no raised dial facings on the dial console. Dial facing on there. It's just a decal they give you, so you got no choice but to put that decal in there. If you don't put that decal in there, you're going to have nothing there. So it's best to have something better than nothing. Okay, well, go ahead and start buttoning up the fuselage. Okay, guys, the fuselage is pretty secure. You got these openings right here where the spar passes through, and as you can see, it goes in quite easily, fellas, about plus or minus. You got to kind of work with the fuselage a little bit because it's awful tight there and all that stuff. Just got to just dry fit everything, fellas. Got to check to make sure everything fits good. So I'm saying, fellas, all that detail I did is not there. But what you can see of it is when this door is off. Once you leave the door off and have that ladder, the boarding ladder, you can see pretty much the detail inside there. Really strange having a satin brown for flooring. Okay, guys, I know this on the kit here. Right here, there's a couple sinkholes. There's 3 of them. Maybe 4. We'll zoom in a little bit here. During the process, there's a sinkhole here, 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 and back here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So you got to add a little dab of filler right there to fill in that sinkhole. That's weird. I didn't notice that till now. But it's not going to deter from the assembly of this model and the detail that great folks at Airfix has incorporated in this kit. Just making sure everything fits here, fellas, before I button this thing up. It seems like to me it fits, everything's okay. So we'll zoom out and continue with the build. Okay, guys, using this Tamiya extra thin glue, we're going to start at the nose section. Get the nose all buttoned up right here. Hold that in place right there. While I got my hands on the fuselage, keep it tight, I'm going to go ahead and make a couple strips here. Hold this thing down with. Like I didn't paint one over. And the western right there. That'll secure it real well. Get these paints out of the way. Let that paint go to? Oh, here it is. Excuse me, fellas, I have a small little trans right there. Just a little mask tape here, fellas. Acts like a dummy helper, holds the fuselage together pretty well until it sets and dries. And always good to have a few strips here to hold it together. Needs a little help, and that's what I'm here for. Right here I'm making a series of strips of masking tape here. Okay, we'll start over here again, fellas. This goes together pretty good, guys, I tell you. Add a strip here. Capillary action and a couple of good applications. This glue right here really does the trick. We'll move right along here. One thing about this Tamiya extra thin cement, this is the good stuff, fellas. It really fills the bill. Move right along to the aft empennage of the fuselage. To say the least, fellas, this kit goes together miles better than the old AMT frog kit. The AMT frog kit's not a bad kit. It's just ancient and old like me. And the good folks at Airfix finally made a beautiful shack, and the killer dealer of all shacks is at Ravel, Germany. I was going to go ahead and start a build on that, but this Airfix somehow was calling on me. So I'm building the Airfix kit, and I'm having a blast at it. Everybody's got this kit in your stash. You'll find it a very rewarding kit as I see it. Okay, fellas, as you can see, I've got it all masked on here to hold it together. Then we're going to turn it on its back and repeat the process. Right here's a whole different animal, fellas. Right here is a little tighter in here. And I'm not going to dare let this tape go. Take this tape off this thing. When I come on and take it off is when it's dry. And it might need a little help with ACC on there, fellas. I'll get it out. I'm gonna get holes plugged. Yeah, I had to open up that hole right there. Open up this hole right here, fellas. Yeah, where's my pins at? Ah, there they are. Yeah, I gotta take a needle here, open up this hole right here. Kind of plugged itself off.